So we're back, and these guys are going to get to doing some planning about some stuff that they want to do when they got to go kidnap a corpse.
There's no there's no major reason why he would have to be uh magical or involved in
No,
voodoo at
there's no reason
all.
he would have to be, but I mean, we could find out he's not. I'd be open to finding out that he wasn't.
I mean, right now the only thing that we know for sure is that Larry isn't completely insane. Because yeah, she is scary.
Yeah, they kind of cultivate that. She might not actually be as scary as she seems, but
She kind of hijacked a person and is asking us to steal another dead person. That
I'm not saying voodoo's not scary. I'm just saying that she might not be a particularly scary example of what she is.
I'm just saying from my outlook, she is a little what with her intentions, potential intentions and all.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking the kind of people that some kind of scary mambo is going to call doctor. I mean, he probably doesn't have a PhD in English lit, but I mean, we'll find out what we find out.
Yeah, so Hex, if you could search for Reginald Gladstone.
I will try and search for Reginald Gladstone.
Thank you.
I do not need to run silent. Assuming we have somewhere quiet for me to sit, I can do hot sim. Maximum information village, hopefully.
Don't forget your was it the +2 dice for technomancers?
That's matrix perception, isn't it? Not matrix search.
Correct.
Okay.
So no +2 die bonus for me. Hey, I did good this time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you guys want to do anything, or you just want to fast forward until the results of that come back?
I assume that you said fast forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Sure.
We just got to get some information.
So you guys will spend about 10 minutes or so waiting for Hex to come back with a little bit of an info dump. I'm going to assume you only did the 30-minute search.
Yeah, I'm assuming I didn't do the super like hour long search.
The super one is like 6 hours, something like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming I'm not doing the 12 6 hour one because that would be like forever.
Yeah. So, information that you get back quickly about him is that he is, his phone's ringing. Um, he was a researcher in some awakened stuff, and their usages in medicinal terms. He was kind of one of the first big researchers because he's, as I do some quick math, let's say that he was in his 80s when he passed. So he was kind of like a teenager when the awakening thing, and he was kind of jumped on the forefront of some of this awakening research and did a little bit of the adventurous, not quite Indiana Jones hunting for artifacts kind of thing, but the like anthropological going and visiting tribes in the middle of rainforest kind of things. And like their magical bullshit that they did.
Was he affiliated with a specific corporation?
Um Let me find out when this was established. Uh, his early stuff wasn't really didn't really say what corporate he was associated with, but his later stuff he was involved with the Draco Foundation.
Okay. That is scary.
Wow, he was involved with the Draco Foundation.
Yeah,
We may not want to mess with him so much.
Hmm.
Where is the hospital located?
That's true too.
downtown.
Okay.
How did he die?
That's another
Um,
good question.
Probably just. I was trying to think whether or not you would know that, but you got a bunch of hits, and it's not like super private information. But it seems like just being old. Um,
Yeah, at 86, that's what I would assume.
yeah, something along those lines.
Okay, and the other question is, when is the funeral going to be?
So today was
3 days.
Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is going in the ground on Saturday. You have until Sunday to um, get paid.
Okay, so where will the viewing be held?
There's another location that is in downtown that they are uh, not like advertising, but in your search you come across like a thing in the newspaper. You know, we regretfully inform blah blah blah. Friends and interested family should blah blah blah. Like all of that stuff.
You said he's being buried on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
The the notice should say who he's survived by. We might want to do a quick check and make sure that he's not got like scary ass next of kin we need to worry about.
Yeah, can we check that then? I mean, would I have had
Yeah.
enough
If you
hits
would
to check that?
give me another search specifically on the listed next of kin.
I'm scared because I might not do so well.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
I didn't do bad.
So a couple more minutes will go by, and there'll be a couple of people that whose names crop up there, but you don't see any like Tanakas or Giovanni's or like organized crime names. The There are a couple of people on there that are still Draco Foundation affiliated, but um, the Draco Foundation does mostly good things.
Hmm.
That sounded reassuring.
Well, I was thinking like do a quick Google image search or whatever and make sure there's no pictures of like his daughter with a chicken foot necklace and a skull painted on her face or anything like that.
No, you don't find anything like that.
I'm pretty
I
sure
say
it's just.
I say
Sorry,
mostly
go ahead.
good things because corporations are still corporations. So like somewhere in the Draco's Foundation history is somebody getting screwed over.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that it's her desire for him is either what he knew or what he experienced. But I'm not super down with magic. I don't know exact like the complete limits, but I guess that doesn't really matter in the end.
I think she's possibly going to make something out of pieces of him and may want to talk to him.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. If we hit at the viewing, that's going to be really obvious. We should probably look into the security at the hospital, and there's always really slow hours. So yeah, and because of who we're dealing with, or rather, who he was affiliated with, I would prefer to do this as quietly as possible.
Yeah, I get that. I'm thinking any place the body is going to be, whether it's the viewing or whether it's the interment or anything, it would be public to try and do anything there. The benefit is that there's somebody who is supposed to be taking the body to and from those things.
Mm-hmm.
If we could be that person, people, then that would be pretty easy.
Okay, so you were talking more the in between, not the viewing itself. Okay.
Like the end of the viewing or something. Whenever the people go to take the casket back to the funeral parlor, or whatever.
Yeah. So basically, not rush in, grab his body out of the coffin, and then.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking we run into the middle of a wake and drag the coffin off behind us.
Okay, good. Like,
In a
I
hail
just
of
wanted to make
gunfire.
sure.
I was thinking more we walk it off in a sort of stately and dignified fashion.
Do you think we could pull off a weekend at Bernie's?
Fuck.
You alright, Big
Yes,
Chief?
I don't see any way that could go wrong.
Okay. So do you, Hex, think, because I don't think any of our contacts are of the pallbearer corpse moving type? I mean to assume.
Yeah, Hex would not be the pallbearer corpse moving type.
So maybe you could look into like the details of the transport or something like that, so we could figure out when best to make him disappear.
So, like, is there any way to find out what companies would be, like, contracted to the hospital and stuff to, like, transport bodies?
That's a so like the easy answer to that question is hacking into the hospital would be
Is cutting out.
I know.
hacking into the hospital would be the easiest way to figure that stuff out. So if you wanted to do that, we could do that. I don't think that'd be the kind of thing that would be easily searched outside of the hospital
Outside of
itself.
their internal thing. Yeah.
Or you could look into what funeral home they're going to be
Yeah.
using.
That's what I was fixing
Most
to
of
say,
that's
'cause
going to be taken care of by the parlor.
transported there, and the parlor will know who's transporting and when and where, and their network may be easier to hack than a hospital.
That
Definitely.
Plus, HIPAA violation. Don't want to do anything illegal.
don't want to
Oh, yeah,
illegal
God
to steal a
forbid.
body.
Couple delivery drivers could easily get into the basement of the hospital, get out with a body.
If we want to do it that way, would we need like a refrigerated truck or something?
We could just take the hearse. I mean,
All right, one, we're getting a lot of echo. I'm not sure if somebody is playing with speakers. Two, depending on how far we get tonight, sorry, brain just died for a second. If Rot shows up, he might know people who can get us like a refrigerated delivery truck. Because I sure as hell don't know anybody who can do that.
Well, the hearse would be fine for a short trip if we don't need to like sit on the body for a night.
well, yeah.
Problem is, hearses are kind of obvious.
Yeah. Speaking of obvious, the pallbearer thing has a bit of a snag in that I'm pretty visible, and you guys trying to carry a casket with rotten eye on either corner is going to be super awkward.
That's a hilarious picture.
Plus, you'd have to fake out a bunch of pallbearers and knock them. And they're probably family.
Also, Sarah is worried that the pallbearers we would have to knock out might have family.
No, they could be.
Yeah, it doesn't concern me.
If we have to
They
deal
definitely
with
have
the
family and sick mothers,
No, that's
and
not what I.
and they have pregnant wives, all of them.
if we have to deal with the pallbearers, we've really screwed up. We want to hit way before or after the pallbearers.
I think you might be the one with the speaker issues.
Or Dante? Yeah.
I've never had the issue before. I'll see if I can figure out what it is.
Yeah, you have. Don't lie to me.
It's okay. It happens to all men.
She won't.
I had to go for the low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
It is the tastiest. So, Hex, you want to go into research mode because the other options is us going all Harrison Ford looking for his family.
Well, my question is, do we want to try and imitate the guys from the funeral parlor and picking up the body to take it somewhere else? Because that may be one of the easier ways to do it, is to impersonate those guys.
That's what we were pretty much leaning toward.
Okay, so the question is, can somebody take me to the funeral parlor so that I may touch something and get to their network?
We can't take you there until we know which one it is.
You guys know which
I'm
one it is.
assuming that
It was
guy-
in the.
yeah.
It was in the
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the newspaper thing.
Yeah. Because they have to tell you where you're going for the viewing and all that.
All right. Does anybody have a ride?
We did.
Thursday or Friday, rather. When you said it was.
It is Thursday, late at night, probably 10, 11
Okay.
o'clock.
Did anybody come in a
Viewing is 10 or
Car?
11 o'clock Thursday night.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it is tonight.
Your time
That
right
is the
now
time.
is Thursday, 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So when is the viewing? Because I don't see that listed on here.
I would assume about 3 days' time. Saturday, right?
it is probably doing a.
If he's getting buried on Saturday, it might be Friday.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So, I can give Hex a ride over there.
And you want to creep up on the place and fondle a camera or something?
If I can help it, yeah.
Sure. If you take your tall friend with you, and you guys roll some sneaking tests to not be seen on the camera reaching up to it.
Or
Okay.
anything that also
Well,
might
anything
be
from the network.
electronic. It doesn't have to be a camera.
Sure. Do you guys want to roll
Anything
perception
that
and see what you can find?
Sure.
That sounds better than, him lifting me up for the camera. I'm sorry, I'm just checking out your cameras, guys. Don't worry about it.
Nothing to see here.
Uh, 46. To perceive.
Perception.
It's
Ouch.
dark, Sue.
I haven't seen it. I can see in the dark.
Apparently not.
Wait, Sue, I don't think all three of us are going to fit on my bike. I'm not. How did you get here?
Not comfortably.
Yeah, it'd be very uncomfortable.
So yeah, Jet. Now you can find something like like a maglock or something that's out of the sight of the cameras that you guys can kind of get all touchy feely with.
Okay.
So Hex, if you want to get all touchy feely, you can go ahead.
The only problem is I don't think I should do this hot sim.
I mean, it'd be really hard to touch something when you're unconscious on the ground.
That's what I was
Gee.
thinking. The only thing
Yeah.
is, like, here, prop me up.
Right back to the weekend at Bernie's.
Make sure my head holds this doorknob, okay? Do not
Just-
let me let go of the doorknob.
Just hold her up, act like she's puking. All right, let it all out. Go.
We make our horrible attempt at the puking act here.
Wait, seriously?
I mean, you
I
can.
mean,
Okay.
guys. Yeah. And I need to run silent.
I mean, here we go with the. Get myself a pen here. Get prepared to just Yahtzee all over you.
Thanks, Bamce. That makes me feel better.
I mean, you could just roll more than 4 hits, and we won't have this problem. See?
There we
Oh,
go.
I
Huzzah!
did it! I'm so happy.
See? What were you worried about? You have a mark on the maglock and the host.
Sweet. I guess I should also. What is the purpose of casting or I guess threading my complex form static veil at higher than force 2? Because I need at least 2 hits to do it on not thorough
Not
named.
much. There's no details for like a uh, you don't have to worry about noise or anything knocking out your complex forms like as if it was a background count or anything. Um, so for that one, basically nothing.
Okay, I was just curious because like force 2 is going to be easy to resist. Like, is there some point in casting it at force like 7 or something?
You might want to knock yourself out. I don't know.
Guys, I'm going to take a nap. Hey, I'm going to cast static veil at force 2 because it may take me a minute to get what I'm looking for.
Sure, go ahead and roll it out.
So I've done something illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he have like 30 minutes before Overwatch becomes a thing?
It's 50
No,
every 15 minutes is 2d6.
15 minutes. And I just did something illegal, so I've started that countdown. I don't have any fade resist bonus, so I'm
What'd he do?
Congratulations.
at 2 successes on that roll and 2 successes on fade resist.
Yep.
So no fade.
Yep. You have wrapped yourself in a veil of static.
Sweet. Now that
It's affecting our phone call.
it is. Now that I've successfully discreetly got onto the host, I need to do, is it matrix perception
It would be
to
a
see what's
matrix
around,
search.
or matrix search to look for that file?
Yep. To just kind of like go through all the stuff in the inside the host is kind of like big, tall, gothic architecture. Everything is in a muted grayscale, with the exception of a couple of roses that are set up in displays as you go throughout the host. It's just kind of very drab, very Adams Family kind of.
Awesome. First, I'm going to look for hidden icons, which
Sure, that would be a
means
matrix
matrix
perception.
perception.
Um,
Nice.
the only thing you see that is um, running silent is just like the normal equipment stuff. Like the cameras are all running silent. The locks are all running silent. Just it gives a very empty feeling to the whole host. Um, you will see there
Okay,
is
so
a
this is
singular man that is walking around with like it's like an incense or a candle kind of thing. He
mhm.
is Patrol Ice. He's just kind of doing his
Okay.
deal.
So this quiet host kind of makes me feel a little sad. So I'm going to go ahead and look for what I need to do and
You're
get the
really
hell out of
quiet.
there.
I cannot hear you.
I said, yeah, I said this quiet node, this quiet host, makes me feel sad. So I'm going to look for what I need to get and see if I can get the hell out of there.
Okay. You are easily able to find. So what were you looking for?
We're looking for the names of the guys that will be transporting the body, and kind of like scheduling that when they're transporting it. If they have more than one vehicle, what vehicle are they using?
Okay.
What time is delivery? That kind of thing.
Sure. Um, so you can easily find for the lack of a better word, the appointment information in reference to your doctor. Do you want to just copy it, or you want me to just kind of spout things at you?
I think I'm going to copy it to and send it to Jet's
Sure.
comlink.
That would be an edit file.
Ooh, fun.
Would she have the ability to, like, I don't know, look up their personnel files and maybe find out what temp agency they use, and then change their contact list so that that number pointed to a comlink that we own, like that type of thing?
That is a thing that could potentially be done.
Okay.
Um,
Yep. So I'm going to try and find out whatever temp agency or whatever are they like actually employed by the funeral home.
so you're not actually able to make a copy.
Oh, you suck, Bamce.
I know. Good news is that that's not actually an illegal action. So
Yeah, because it's not like I'm decrypting it or something. I'm not using attacker sleeve, so I'm good.
man, you need a better mic because you're quiet again.
So I know I'm not using like attacker sleeve, so I think I'm good on that.
Yeah.
What I was thinking was we don't actually want to replace the pallbearers. It would be more useful to replace the guy driving the hearse.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And if we could find out who he is and give him food poisoning or something, and then change their contact information so that they call us thinking they're calling their temp agency.
Can we do
I
that
mean,
in a
that
way
could be
that
the
they
whole.
wouldn't notice?
What's that?
Could we do it in a way that they wouldn't notice, though?
Well, Hex would have to do it, and then when the phone rang, you'd have to pick it up and say, like, "Easy temps, this is Joe," but that'd be pretty much it, I think.
Pretty much.
That does sound like a job for either Dante or Sue
Yeah,
in terms of the answering.
yeah, we'd probably have Dante do the
Okay.
answering, and we may want to actually have Dante show up and do the driving.
Okay. So you have a copy of the file. You will find out that all of the not all of them, but you're gonna notice that some of the pallbearers are people that you noticed in the survived by file, but not all of them.
Yeah, that occurred to me. We don't want to mess with the pallbearers.
It's the actual body haulers that we.
Yeah, that's what I'm
figure
looking for. Is the body haulers,
Yeah.
the ones actually driving the hearse and making the pickup.
Yeah, you can get that. That's you have enough hits on your matrix search. You can find like the funeral home's employee list. It is set up like the file. The icon for the file is one of those registry books to when you go to a funeral,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got names and some details about the employees.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's what I was trying to copy was the schedule for the pickup and everything, because that should have had their names on it
Yeah, you can get both of those.
and what all that good stuff. So have I sent the copies to Jet's comlink?
Probably.
Cool.
Okay. So once I'm done doing my matrix, like, do I need anything else while I'm already in?
We know who the company is, who's moving the bodies, or the body.
We know what time it's supposed to be picked up. We know where it's going, like where the pickup is, because that's going to be that hospital.
If we. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that this place can. Okay, what?
Don't we need to edit and change who the driver and the pickup guy is going to be?
I guess.
If we want to do that, what I was thinking was we go give the driver food poisoning or something, and we change the funeral home contacts list so that they have Dante's phone number or whatever, or a burner that we buy, I think, and
Make
give
sure
to
that
Dante.
we have the proper number so we can listen to their answering service so that we can replicate it.
Yep. If this is all in preparation for if we decide we want to do that plan. I don't think it really would be a problem for us to prep for that and then decide not to do it. I mean, the worst that happens is the funeral home has to go look up the number again. You know.
I'd say that we save that until we have until we know exactly what we're doing. Because if they have to look up that number, then they know something has been tampered with.
Well, my thing is we can change it now and we can worry about that later.
That's kind of what we're talking about. Do we change it now knowing that we might have to come back and fix it? Or do we leave it now knowing that we might have to come back and change it?
I would rather do after the fact and then we don't have to worry about being found out.
Well, my whole thing is if we don't do that, how are we going to, if we get this guy to have food poisoning stuff, have them contact us so we can do the pickup rather than somebody else?
If we decide we want to go forward with that plan, we'd bring you back and have you change it then, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah. And also, you might need to look into what they do, because then we could get personnel files, the company that they're using.
We could just carjack them on the way to the hospital or wherever we're going to pick them up from.
I mean, we do have that information. That is a possibility.
We know where they're going, where they're coming from. Let's just take them out en route, steal their truck, their uniforms, and disappear into the night.
Oh, does it tell me if
I don't know that I want the Draco Foundation knowing that something horrible happened here, in public in broad daylight.
I really wouldn't want to tip our hand, but if it comes down to it, that is an option.
Okay, so here's a question. Is the hearse that they're going to be using, is that actually housed there? And is it
nice. Yes, well done.
At the funeral home?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. They have a garage out back that they keep it in.
Sweet. Now, assuming that garage has a lock or a door on it, would it be open or closed?
I'm sorry. Can you run that through me again?
Does it have a lock? Does the garage have a lock on it? And is the door open or closed, or can I not tell from here? And it's something I'd physically have to go see.
Let's say that right now at say 11:30 at night in the middle of downtown, it is almost assuredly locked and closed.
Okay. Is there some way I can cut off their alarm system and then unlock that door?
I mean, if you were in their host and able to hack things, you could probably do that.
That sounds completely reasonable, so I think I'm going to try that.
Sure.
Kind of sounds like your job description.
Yeah.
I know it's horrible. So what do I need to roll to try and hack that host?
To hack the what?
The host.
Not to hack the host, to bypass the alarm and the door.
You would probably need a mark on the actual door controller, and then you could change it around.
That means I have to travel to the host and find that, don't I?
You could find that with you could roll a matrix perception to just kind of locate that. And since I managed to say that everything was running silent earlier, I'll go ahead and...
Give me that opposed roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I found the spooky door.
You did.
Okay, so first thing I need to do is cut off the alarm because I have a feeling if I unlock the door first, that may
First thing
be
you
the
need
wrong.
is a mark on it to manipulate it.
Okay, so how do I put a mark on it?
Same way you put a mark on anything else.
So is that gonna be my hack on the fly?
Yep. Unless you wanted to brute
I'm
force it.
assuming, no. I'm assuming I want to do this quietly. I don't want to like
I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, so.
alert anybody to the fact that we're doing illegal things here.
Okay, you have a mark on the doohickey.
On the doohickey.
Yep.
So can I cut the alarm off?
Yeah, that'll probably just be like a spoof command to just like disable alarm. So that is
Okay.
hacking plus intuition.
Jet.
You.
Before he pops the door, do you want to like sneak around and make sure nobody's like lurking?
Well, he would just be. He's just turned the alarm off, so.
Problem
Yeah, I just
is, I'm holding her up.
Yep. So if he lets me go, I lose my connection.
No, you keep your marks.
Oh.
No, I'm saying I'm not physically touching the door anymore, so I'm not
Yeah, but
like I'm direct.
you're in the host though, so like you're fine. Like I'm not sure what you're concerned about.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I'm going to, via the Matrix, ask Hex if, do you want me to look around? See if, or can you get into the cameras or something? Do you
I
want me to
probably
leave
could get
you?
in the cameras, but I'm going to shoot back a no because I don't like the idea of just being laid out on the ground,
Don't blame you.
unaware of
You
the
could wake up.
surroundings. I could. I need to open the door first. Well, unlock it first anyway.
Yep, and that would just be another spoof to tell it, "Yo, unlock."
Damn.
See, I don't know what you were so concerned about.
Well, like the other night, I was rolling a crap load of ones. Tonight, I seem to be rolling pretty decent.
Yeah, well, like you have a like you started off by getting a direct connection to the keypad that you're using, so that
Mm-hmm.
cut me down from using like 10 dice to resist you to 4.
Which is great.
Yeah, Scaling is
Yeah,
pretty
but
good.
oh, it's so much better to try to hack those cameras.
Yeah,
Oh, but the other thing is, I rolled like 4 and 5 ones at a time last time. It was ridiculous.
yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Once I've unlocked the door, I've kind of bypassed security. I'll go ahead and you know, wake up and let them know, hey, I've cut the alarm off and I've unlocked the door for the hearse. Tell them, we can try and sneak in there and put a bug on there.
Okay. You got any stealth tags on you?
Yes.
Cool.
You want to give me a sneaking roll there, Jet, to go tag up this curse?
Sure. Would my urban specialty apply?
Yep.
Okay.
This is not a
That is
place full of trees.
No, I mean, like, I just wanted to make sure, like, I'm sneaking to get to the hearse and not palming. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, the
What'd you
sneaking
say?
is just to get to the herd so they don't see you creeping around on the cameras.
First things first, I am going to boost my agility,
Okay.
and that would be magic plus the spell rating. So I got one success, which means that I get my agility boosted by 1. So, okay. I got to resist drain. is
You're so good at
Body
drain
and
resist.
willpower.
body and willpower?
Yep, for adept stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's way better. Swim good?
Congrats.
Okay. Now, for the sneaking. Okay.
All right. And then if you have like a palming or an automotive engineering or something like that to hide this thing, we will have you do it.
I would have to default, which is one of the reasons why I boosted my agility.
Sure.
So that is base -1 or 2?
-1.
Okay.
All right, so can I give a suggestion to him on where to hide it with auto mechanics?
You could if he had any ranks in like palming, but since that would be like a teamwork test, he is limited by the amount of ranks that he has. As those are 0, that is the amount of bonus dice that he can take.
Oh wow, I picked the best person to do this.
I mean, he's very sneaky.
I am.
I'm surprised how well his sneak went.
Wait, is palming trained only?
It might be.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, what would I roll?
You would just leave it on the windshield.
Can I try and tuck it under like the bumper or something?
Yeah, let's roll edge, and we'll see how well.
Okay.
You just happen to like, because you're not like trained in either of the things. So you're just like, oh, I'm gonna slap this under here. Let's see how well it like. Okay. So you kind of
And
slap it underneath the wheel well.
Okay. And I can't edge, right?
Yeah, not in this case because it's a.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just kind of like in
How big
place
are
of
these
having
things?
any kind of actual skill thing.
Okay.
So anything else you guys want to do?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Huh. Uniforms? No, never mind. That was dumb.
I mean, uniforms are usually just black tuxedos.
That's
Yeah.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
We would need
There
to.
are there are multiple reasons that was dumb. I realized all of them.
It would have to be from the company that they're using. So okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Sure. And as you
Sounds
guys
like a good plan.
drive off into the night, this is probably a good time to call it, given as we'll have to get Rot involved next week and that kind of stuff.
All right.
And this way I can go to bed for having to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would be nice to end before tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we went really long last week because I was on. That's when I was getting my wisdom teeth out, so I'd have to be in.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Right? It's like, where do you have to be tomorrow? I was like, oh, I had to go get knocked out for surgery and then pass out for the rest of the day. I can stay
Yeah.
up late. which went okay, guys. It was great.
Actually,
I'm
was
glad.
pretty fun.
So.
And yay, my Matrix stuff was good this time, guys.
Yeah, you didn't suck.
I know, it's amazing.
Now,
To be fair, before you were like just hacking out of desperation against a relatively tough host.
yeah,
So
I'm curious to
That's
see where
true.
this is going to go, guys. This is interesting.
yeah. Oh, and I have a request, Sue.
Yep.
Your character may speak German. We do not. So,
Right.
Gladstone Corpus and Hospital Morgan for it's nothing. It's
It's a
nothing.
bunch of
So,
gibberish.
None of that is German.
I can understand what you're.
I mean, I know
That's-
I get the gist, but why is it written like that?
corpus is Latin.
Yes, I know, and it means group or family. I know, but like, why? Just next time around, plain English.
That's English. That all of that is English. I promise you.
What is Morgan for?
I'm sorry. What?
Morgan for?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm trying to zoom in.
The top right. Yeah. That. The last bit.
Morgue.
N4.
N is a typo.
Okay. All
Four
right. Cool.
comes before.
All right. You know what?
Now it all makes
Redacted.
sense.
I take that back. My bad.
Sorry about that. No, every time I type on this thing, it goes weird.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cleared up. Good job, Sue. Yeah.
Good hustle.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, so next time on Shadow Walkers.
I mean, God, when you put it like that. Oh, let me do this while I got you guys here. Let me find it. Is this check this shit out.
Do you have a theme song? Has somebody made you a theme song?
Yo, I wish I had a theme song.
Twitch?
Twitch, make it happen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That's pretty damn slick.
Right?
Is that
Is that a Bamce original?
No. This is a let's call her a fan in that she's crazy and that she actually watches this stuff.
God bless you.
Right? So thank you, Sean. But yeah, no, it's up on the YouTube channel now as like the banner. It just kind
That's
cool.
nice. That rocks.
nice?
I don't know why you removed it.
I mean, I removed it so this way you guys can keep notes and stuff up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was gonna say you could put that up as a picture for the game instead of it just being like.
I mean, I could, but
thing.
this whole marketing thing is odd to me.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you throughout the week and stuff.
Yep. All right. Take it easy, guys.
That's it.
All right.